Hi, welcome to your intuitive reading for the week of October the 30th. And this week I've chosen the Medicine cards by Jamie Sams and David Carlson. And the card that came out, or Carson, sorry, was number 36, the Lizard. So I will tell you what my stuff is, and then we will read the reading from the book. So for me, a lizard is always about warmth and those kind of things. And usually find them in the tropical places more so than like Canada. Anyways, what I'm picking up with it is a lot about talking and voicing your opinion about the things that you need to be doing. And then it's talking about stepping stones. And it's like, I feel like it's almost like a drum that it's encompassed in. It's kind of like a medicine wheel, or a dream catcher, but it's more in the shape of the drum. So for me, that's always listening to the sound of your voice and the sound of your heart and those kind of things. With the feather, for me, this is a very magical time, and it's a time of releasing things and letting it go out into the universe, as well as you're going to be taking flight. So it's going to be talking about either an actual trip that you're going to be taking, or that you will be doing some soul searching with the what appears to be a bone, or the driftwood, is talking about creating things in your life. And so it's about weaving the things that you want to be taking place. The medicine bag with the red ribbon, I think, is talking about listening to your own medicine within yourself. And I think that this is really important, because I think that with the medicine bags, they're very cool because you really just collect the things that are important to you, that you feel drawn to, such as rocks or tobacco or seashells, gems, talismans, whatever, and you put them into your medicine bag because it's your medicine. So it's yours, what you're collecting along the journey, that signifies listening to your soul and going forward with that. With the beating of the drum, I think that that is talking about listening to your soul and listening to your medicine. It seems that it's like almost like a moon, but reverse the way that the tail is. And so then I'm thinking that that's talking about the moon cycles and listening to those, as well as coming into the dream elements of things and putting out the dreams that you want, but also listening and paying attention to the dreams that are within you. Okay, and now the book. It says, Lizard, will you dream with me? Travel across the stars, beyond the place of time and space, there live visions from afar. Lizard sat lolling in the shadow of a big rock, shading himself from the desert sun. Snake crawled by, looking for some shadow to coil up in and rest. Snake watched Lizard for a while, as Lizard's eyeballs went side to side behind his enormous closed eyes. Snake hissed to get Lizard's attention. Slowly, Lizard's dreaming eyes opened, and he saw Snake. Snake, you scared me. What do you want? Lizard cried. Snake spit his answer from his forked tongue. Lizard, you are always getting the best shadow spots in the heat of the day. This is the only big rock for miles. Why don't you share your shade with me? Lizard thought for a moment and then agreed. Snake, you can share my shade spot, but you have to go to the other side of the rock, and you must promise not to interrupt me. Snake was getting annoyed. He hissed, How could I bother you, Lizard? All you're doing is sleeping. Lizard smiled knowingly. Oh, Snake, you're such a silly serpent. I'm not sleeping, I'm dreaming. Snake wanted to know what the difference was, so Lizard explained, Dreaming is going into the future, Snake. I go to where future lives. You see, that is why I know you won't eat me today. I dreamed you, and I know you're full of mouse. Snake was taken aback. Why, Lizard, you're exactly right. I wondered why you said you would share your rock. Lizard laughed to himself. Snake, he said, you are looking for shade, and I am looking for shadow. Shadow is where the dreams live. Lizard medicine is the shadow side of reality, where your dreams are reviewed before you decide to manifest them physically. Lizard could have created getting eaten by Snake if he had so desired. Lizard is the medicine of dreamers. Whether dreamers smoke you or dream you, dreamers can always help you to see the shadow. This shadow can be your fears, your hopes, or the very thing you are resisting, but it is always following you around like an obedient dog. If Lizard dreamed a space in your cards today, it may be time to look and see what is following along behind you. Is it your fears, your future trying to catch up to you, or is it the part of you that wants to ignore your weaknesses and humanness? Lizard may be telling you to pay attention to your dreams and their symbols. Make a dream log and record all that you remember. Be sure to pay attention to each individual symbol or reoccurring pattern. If you do not remember your dreams, you could try setting a music alarm for 2 a.m. or 3 a.m., or you could try drinking a lot of water before bedtime and allow your bladder to wake you up. Dreams are very important. Pay attention to them. And I think that's very true. And I'm a big believer and supporter of dream journals. As everyone knows, that's something that I do partake in. And I do find going back over them and looking at the messages. And I do feel like there is messages within our dreams that speak to us about choices we need to make or things maybe that we need to change in our lives, those kind of things, fears that we may be having. I mean, there's a lot of times, don't get me wrong, I've watched a show and I dream about that, but then there's some aspect in that dream about what I witnessed that has to talk directly into my life. So whether that's a fear or something that I need to overcome, and I think that's really important. So I think with this card is saying is, look into that and see if that resonates with you. Anyways, I hope you have a magical week.